Hi there, welcome to ShadowChess. This is episode 5 already, and we're going to do some tactics. And I'm going to jump right in because I have some low rating on tactics and I want to improve a little bit. I think the reason that I'm lacking the most in live games is my ability to quickly respond, to quickly realize tactics in game. So, for example, here I can see that I can win this game if I think so, right? I do that and it's solved, but why is it solved? Right, because I have another rook. Perfect. So my problem with live games is that they're so fast. When I get low on time, I miss a ton of tactics. Not just my own, but also tactics from that my opponent will eventually use to win the game against me. So I want to improve a little bit. As you can see, well, you cannot see, I'm 1321 on rating right now for tactics. So I want to make this better. So for example, I can probably sacrifice a rook here because I'm going to deflect the queen. But how do I continue with this? For example, if my queen could go right here, it will be a checkmate without the black king being in his place, but that's not happening. So maybe I can just sacrifice. Okay, that's not correct. Right, it doesn't actually deliver the mate. So let's try another move. I'm thinking just checking here, but yeah, as I suspected, that is also incorrect. What about this check right here? Ah, that was the right check. That's right, because I was checking the king and winning a rook, and that gets me into a better position. So that was nice. Yeah. All right, let's jump to another tactics here. So I'm covering these squares with my knight. I'm covering all these squares, covering also this square. So the king only has e8 to escape of a check, so that gives me an advantage. But how can I make use of that advantage? So let's say if I check the king with my bishop on d6, I'm blocking black's queen because my queen is actually threatened here, and I am forcing the king to move or the queen to take my bishop. Yeah, the queen can take my bishop, and that's checkmate, I think, because I have king to h8. Yeah, I was right, and that is a checkmate. That's perfect. That's really cool. I feel I should analyze this a little bit. So the good thing about this move is, for example, if the queen takes, I think I can just that is a checkmate. Yeah, that is a checkmate. So the queen cannot take the bishop. That is checkmate in one. So, and when actually when the king moves, that's also checkmate. But what I wanted to point out here is that, sometimes you have this square cover, this square cover, this square is covered by the queen, and this square is covered by the knight, and this is black's escape square, the only escape square for the king. So, and you have this diagonal which is actually blocked by the bishop. If you move the bishop somewhere, sorry, so for example, if I move the bishop here, I'm sort of ruining it because the king can escape, and then I don't have this move right here. And moreover, yeah, the king cannot take, so it has to move. So that's sort of okay. But then how do I continue with this? There's no continuation. There's no way for me to actually bring this game to game over, because yes, I can move here. I'm moving the queen out of the knight's domain, and it's really a threaten an attack and I'm going to lose it. But then black has some things to do here, which could potentially make things a little, let's see, I actually get away pretty easily. So I'm really not sure what I'm really not sure what black can do here. It's really winning for white. Also the computer analysis says it's overwhelming thing for overwhelming victory for white here, because I'm really close to, like, yeah, for example, if I move my queen here, is a checkmate in 1. So that's also a good move, but it doesn't force things. It doesn't force. So the bishop check is a good move, but this is of course much better because it's a checkmate in 1. And I think it doesn't matter what black. Well, black has only 2 moves, because everything is covered. Every square is blocked. So he can either move the king and get checkmated, or take the bishop and get checkmated, like in 1. Because when you move the king, you actually have this block. So you extend the game for 1 more move, which is useless. Absolutely, you can just resign. So that was interesting. Anyway, so this is a starting position. Black makes a mistake here, which I haven't yet seen. So I can see that I already like played as f4 as a sacrifice or something, like sort of a king's gambit or something. So black is actually defending this pawn, which I am attacking, but I have to have something else. I know I have this check here, but that's easily yeah, that is the move, because yeah, black is going to block with the pawn and threaten my bishop here, but I have this cure here which wins the queen and wins a lot of material. So that's really awesome. And I'm already 1342 on rating, so I'm slightly winning rating points, even though I'm taking a long time analyzing this. Okay, in this position it's obvious that I have this check, but the king has this escape square, which is probably okay, but also that square is guarded by the queen. So if he takes and I take with the rook, then he has 2 escape squares. He has this escape square and this one, and then there's not much I can do. So obviously that's probably not the move, but I have this move. And that was the whole tactic. Okay, that's nice, because, and I'm going to analyze this because that's a really cool move. So I move the knight here. If for example, so the rook is defended, so that's it. It's losing an exchange here. I feel that queen should move here, but that's not in the analysis, so that's probably a really bad move for some reason. So let's say I take and I take, and then I take this pawn, and it's already really good for black, like really good. Yeah, this is close to game over because I have several threatening moves here, and I don't know what white can do. It can take this pawn, but that would be like pretty much a poison pawn. So let's see the options in the analysis. So it has queen a7. That's odd. So queen takes a7, rook takes, knight takes, and then the bishop goes. I win the exchange and then check, and the king moves, but I don't really understand. Why does he take with the queen? Queen a7. Okay, that's cool. I cannot take with the rook because of this checkmate. Okay, I've seen that. So I have to take with the queen, and then takes and takes. And so the game, so I'm in a huge advantage. It's like +7 for black, so it's actually -7. It's a huge advantage in material. There's another move suggested, f6. Wait a second, that's so knight f3. Yeah, that was my move. So wait a second. Oh, okay, so these are alternatives for right, because this has no, so these are all alternatives for black. Alternate moves which probably don't get into a very good position. Like right here, it's equal because I didn't make use. So it's obvious. It's obvious that I have to fork here, and that's pretty much the end. So there's only one continuation that the analysis offers, is the queen to a7, which is probably the one that hurts less. But let's just play something else for the sake of showcasing that I probably have close to checkmate here. So for example, this is not a checkmate, and it's not gonna be a checkmate anytime soon, but this is a -3 points for black here. I'm not sure it's the best option. Not sure if the best option. For example, I have this check here and it's a checkmate. Yeah, that's definitely the best option right here. So that is a really bad move. And if I move here, so I leave this escape square for the king, and I'm also threatening some checkmates here on my own. So I think, let's see, I can check. Oh, and it's also a checkmate. That's really interesting. This knight not only forks these two pieces, but it also covers this key square. So it's actually allowing a checkmate in one here. And you cannot take the knight. I could move the king though. And if I check, the king escapes. But I can take with check. Wait a second, there's no other escape for the king, so that's right. I take with check, and then yeah, that is much worse for white. So that is a horrible move for white. So that's, wow, that's really cool. It's cool that the only decent continuation, which also loses the game really badly, is this queen to a7 move, allowing this series of exchanges, leaving black with an extra rook. That's amazing. An extra rook that actually computer says 7 points for black, which means, let me count the pawns. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So it seems to be an extra rook that worth a lot for the computer. Not sure why. Anyway, let's go to the next tactic. That was really instructive. It's good to be able to spot some of the moves. I know I'm missing a lot because I'm no grandmaster or international master or even a FIDE master. I'm just a regular guy that wants to learn some chess, and I'm actually confident in the fact that I can actually take advantage of the tactics trainer in this awesome site for which I work for. So I feel I can check here, but I don't know. That is good for nothing. Okay, interesting. This pawn move is preventing my knight from going to g4, which is, you know, some sort of a pressing move. I don't know, really. I really don't know. To be honest, in this position, my instinct would say that I'm in a better position, I'm in a good position, and that I'm ready to make another like wary move, like for example this move, rook here to defend, to, you know, be able to advance the pawn. But of course, I'm missing a tactic. So for example, if I get rid of this knight, no, that's not correct. Oh, I see it. Interesting. So this knight is only defended by the pawn on f2. It's good that I saw this, but I'm not gonna see this in a live game because I'm gonna be looking at whole set of other options. But look at this. My bishop is eyeing the king here, so it's preventing this pawn from actually do its job. So I can actually take this knight for free, and there's nothing white can do, like literally nothing. So I actually really had to allow my knight to g4. That's a good spot right there. Okay, so here black is preventing my check here, or actually it's preventing my bishop to eye these squares, which are really weak, but I actually have this free pawn here, which is incorrect. Why? Because reasons. I guess it's because then I can just take my bishop, take away a key attacker, if not do something even more dangerous. So I don't have checks with my queen because I can't, all of these squares are taken. If I take the knight, that's not a good idea. Again, I'm not sure. Because this seems like a good move, but it's not for some reason. So what is the knight doing? Is eyeing my bishop, is eyeing this possible sacrifice right here. I'm not sure if it's useful for black in any way, because the queen is kind of trapped. Doesn't have a lot of squares to go. I can pin the knight, because actually the knight wouldn't be able to move here, but that's not correct. So there has to be something I'm missing here. Oh, really? I had to take the knight, and why not taking with the bishop? Wow, that's so odd. Then if I take this bishop, it's checkmate, guys, because I have a background problem here with my pawns. They don't let my king move. Wow, this is strange. I still don't have squares for me to check. What? So this is checkmate in one, and there's nothing black can do? Wow, that's really amazing. That's really amazing. Because he can check my king right here because my bishop is in the way. So they don't have time. and there's no way for them to prevent the checkmate in one. That's amazing. So just so that you can see that, isn't that cool? Wow. Okay, so this game continues here, but checks here, king h8. I take the queen. That's probably not the best continuation, but it's here. I'm just taking everything. But what I wanted to say here is that there's nowhere for the king to go. This is a checkmate, and they can't, background checkmate my king right here. They cannot take with the bishop because it's checkmate. They can't do anything. So that's right. That's the best move, actually. Wait a second. What's the actual? So this is the continuation. They have to take here, and that's devastating because this check is amazing. I'm checking the king, so the king has to move. At the same time, I'm going to take black's queen next. But also I can just take here. But the problem with this is black. Well, it's still horribly losing because I can just do this and pin the bishop here because I'm gonna take the rook. There's nothing to do here. Next I can do this, and if it moves the bishop, I'm happy to exchange. It's because I have so much material. I'm sure there's some other stuff that I can do, like for example, check here, it goes here, check here, goes here, check here, checkmate. That's another thing that I can do. So it's really lost. It's lost for black here. So even if I take the queen, which is not the best move for the analysis, even if I do this, still lost. Yeah, that's actually not the move that I made. This is the move. Yeah. I'm not sure. There's probably some other moves here, but I can do this, and you have to move. Then I take, or I can just take this guy right here, and it's losing everything. It's losing everything. Wow, that's amazing. All right, so this has been roughly 30 minutes of tactics. So we've learned some interesting positions, a little bit more advanced than the basic checkmates of last chapter. I wanted to do some basic stuff last time because the other chapter that I did with my friend Sean was really hilarious. We've made so many bad moves. Alright, so we're here in live chess, and we're going to play some, let's see, some 5-5. Some 5-5. I'm gonna play 5-5 regular game. Then maybe we'll have some fun with variants, or if we can get to some. Okay, so this is another Sicilian, and I already lost a ton of seconds. Really weird Sicilian. So I already feel that I can make a little bit of an advantage here. My rating, by the way, is horribly low. It's terrible. So let's see, what do I want to do? I wanna prevent this because I want to get these guys out as soon as possible, because I have a little bit of an advantage with that extra move that the queen had to make. So that's good. King side has been developed, and now I'm going to try to kick the bishop a little bit away. Yeah, and then develop my bishop in this pawn, which is oddly not really protected. Okay, that's an interesting move right here, but I'm sort of defending my knight, so I feel that I can do this. So that castling move was good for white. I'm not sure if I want to castle myself, because you know that I'm a little bit low on time, so maybe I want to challenge that pawn. I feel that I want to castle kingside if I ever want to castle. So if I move my rook here, I'm eyeing his queen, then I can make this move if white's allows it. Thing being, if he takes my knight, I take with the pawn and his queen has to move somewhere, and I gain the d file. So that seems like a good move. I'm already low on time, and the reason why I want to do that is because at the same time I am going to be attacking this undefended pawn, or slightly undefended pawn, with my bishop. Also, this prevents this move because I can just take, and again I'm attacking his queen. I feel that I can also castle because these bishops are a threat for the future, but they're not much right now. So okay, the queen move, preventing all that, also protecting the pawn. That's a good thing. Okay, so I'm gonna get the d file here, and maybe white has an attack, so yeah. So I'm going to castle because I need to connect the rooks. Okay, that wasn't very smart, I think. I can still get this. Hey, ShadowChess12, thanks for following. Yeah. Ugh. That was a little bit of a mumbling. Alright, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Anyway, I don't know what to do because I feel that positionally white is much better. I don't see tactics here. I don't want to let this knight move. I feel that my queen is not in the best position. I just want to take here, because you know what? I'm gonna make this into a really dull game, and I probably can move. I can make a couple of fast moves and regain the time, and also I can get my bishop here. Yeah, see that? So I have this double pawns. This pawn is probably gonna fall at some point because of this bishop, but the knight doesn't have a lot of squares to go. So, and he moved the king to the wrong side, so I'm gonna take advantage of this and try to get something going here. So I'm gonna block these advances first, because what I want to do is this move. So I'm gonna prepare. Yeah, so the king is going, so I'm gonna try to be faster. His king wants to like enter, but he really can't. So there's not much he can do. Okay, so this pawn, I need to defend this pawn. I'm currently defending this one. I made a mistake, so king moves. That's good. That's a nice move. I feel that I can still get away with this move, because if he takes, I take, he takes, and I take, so that I win a pawn. And if he takes here, guess what? I'm stopping both of these pawns with my pawn here on g7. So, you know, I don't care. And I can just make this move this pawn could fall, but I get this one. And then I have to be careful because, yeah, this bishop is really dangerous. As soon as his knight moves, bishop is dangerous. So the move for white right here is knight to e2. Definitely is, yeah, and he made it. Because my pawn here is not the best guy in the world. I could just defend it. Because, to be honest, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Waiting move. There's not a lot of squares his knight can go next, except blocking his bishop again. I can just defend this guy, and he doesn't have much options. And what I want to do, he takes, I take, and I have a nice pawn structure here. I don't know. Okay, so this move, if he moves again, it's oh man, it's a pass pawn. So I feel that I have to take this one. He takes, so his bishops are really on point. But I take the pawn, and then maybe I can advance this pawn. And then get my knight here. I'm not sure I want to exchange this awkward knight for my really active knight, so I would probably just go back. I hope I didn't miss anything here. No, that's really great, because this pawn is defended, the white bishop could do a lot of harm, but not for now. I feel that I want my king to go here. But that will also at the same time block. Oh, that's hard. That's hard because my knight is also bad here. So at this point, I'm starting to think that I wanted to exchange my knight, because white's knight, it's trapped. It doesn't have a lot of squares to go, but he can just, for example. Okay, if he moves here, he exchanges. If he moves here, he's blocking his bishop. I can advance. Okay, that I can feel that is not very good for me. You know what? Yeah, I have to take. He will take. That's not very good because he has a pass pawn. But I feel I can do this crazy move. This crazy move. And maybe get the upper hand somehow. Because this pass pawn is in the 3rd rank and my pass pawn is on the 4th. And he's already advancing. So this bishop needs to stay here in this diagonal. So yeah, I'm not sure. This is tricky. This is really tricky. So he can't advance the pawn, so he probably gonna move. I'm just realizing this thing. This thing's horrible. What if I check here? Where is he going? He's going here, and then. Then I kick the knight. Because if he takes, I get a knight. Now that's a nice move. That was a nice move. He can come. So okay, so he took the pawn. Oh, the knight is defended. I didn't see that. Seriously didn't see that. Alright, this is probably bad for me. Yeah, he's queening in this square and I don't have the bishop for that. And he does. So this would be a draw, most likely. If he doesn't know that he has to push this pawn like there's no tomorrow, I'm going to draw, because this pawn is stopped here, and I'm getting to his pawn. This is crazy. I'm stopping this pawn here. Like, this is a draw, because yeah, I'm gonna offer the draw actually. I want to offer it, but he declined. Why? Does he think he can get to the pawn? He comes here. No, you cannot do that. Can't do that, man. So at this point I need to move. My bishop needs to be really far away because I don't want his king to get it, because I need to use this bishop to stop the pawn. So he might have a win here. Might have a win. So he liquidates these two pawns. Right now. Now he offers a draw. Okay, and I accept. Okay, first draw. That's amazing. And I lost 2 rating points. Why? Okay, that was fun. I think I wanna play another game. Let's play another game. Mikhail Petrick. I'm going to, you know what? I need to write that down. And I'm losing precious seconds. Mikhail Petrick. Because I'm gonna say hello to that guy after the stream. Okay, another Sicilian, and I'm black again, and wow. After this game, I'm gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna be back with some Minecraft. So you know, and that is a really unsettling move, which I hate. And I'm gonna keep pushing pawns, because same principle. If he moves, I move, and then he has, well, he can actually kick my knight. So I probably shouldn't get my knight here. I can probably trap his bishop. Well, he has this tricky move, but it doesn't work. Yeah, he is probably... Wait a second. I should have probably taken the bishop. Bishop for knight, and then replace the knight. So like this, for example. He takes and I take, and then he probably doesn't want to take back. And I have some moves. So his king is really exposed, but the thing is that he has some attacking chances. Like that, yeah. He's eyeing this guy, which I'm not sure. Let's say I take the pawn. I'm a little bit better in clock here. So he can just take the pawn, but and prevent me from castling, which would be a really bad thing. But then I can just do this. He takes, and oh man, I should have taken with the bishop. What have I done? Yeah, that was me moving too fast. And I have no way of getting to my pawn. That's bad news. Okay, so let's try to develop. Let's try to be smart. That probably wasn't the smartest move, but I just saw that check and I thought that I had to give it, because now I have, so this pawn is hanging. I really hate that, but I can trick him into thinking that I have some threats, and now he has some threats of his own. For example, like if I take and he takes with the bishop, this pawn is falling. Really bad. But maybe I can create a pass pawn. Will you take here? Yeah, why not? That is, yeah, the best he can do by 4. And then this pawn is, wow, everything is falling. Everything is going the wrong way here. Everything is going the wrong way. So I need to defend these guys, and I don't have. No, don't pre-move, please. Yeah, he takes and I take, and I'm creating some kind of a threat right here, but I'm not sure how I defend this. In fact, I can't defend at all. Oh, well, that was a bad move. He should have, but he cannot. Okay, so I have to advance here. And this might be my entire game right here. So what should I do? Should I go back, or should I just block? He doesn't have the light square bishop, so maybe I can just block here and hope he doesn't find the right moves. Like that one. That was the right move. That was one right move right there. So let's say he takes. My knight, it's absolutely useless. No, that was a horrible move. I need to defend stuff, and I cannot. Can't defend anything. I don't have anything. I'm ready to resign here. GM Hashem wants to be friends. I wonder if he's a real GM. I'm going to accept, because I'm curious. Anyway, let's be checkmated, because this, to be honest, I don't see any way I can win this game. I should probably resign, but just for the sake of challenging this guy a little bit more. So this cover check, I can come here and then okay, he can check again. Yeah, this game's over, so I'm ready to resign. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe I could do a little bit of analysis. Let's see. So I had a decent position here. Had a decent position right here, but let's see. Yeah, I have this problem the entire game. I'm not. So I think that this was the mistake right here. Taking with the king, it paralyzes everything. The reason being, if I take with the bishop, it's right that I cannot castle here. I don't see much in the way of what he can do. So I don't know what he does. For example, let's say, yeah, I don't know what he can do. And I'm ready to castle. Oh no, I'm not. But for example, I can try to challenge. For example, if I can do this, but here I'm already blocking. So, and there's no really good move for white. So maybe he should take. And then, I don't know, he takes my pawn, but I castle here. And if you look at this position, it's much better. He can double the rooks here, but it's much better than everything that happened in the game. It's much better. So I can do this and this and then this, and this position with these 2 pawns right here. At least I have something to fight with. You know, I have something to do. And yeah, that's where that was the mistake, and I instantly realized the mistake. So let's see what I did. Where was it? So here I took with the. So what? Oh, okay. So he had this move. So I need to think of this move, but with the bishop here. And I think. Let's see it. So here, and then he moves here. So he's threatening all this. But I feel that I can just, threaten the bishop here. He will probably put it here. I threaten again. No, that's not the move. Wait 1 second. This is the move. So this is my quiet waiting move. I do this and then I do this. Right, and I'm forcing him. But then he can probably, eye all of these guys right here. But if I castle, I feel that he doesn't have much. So let's say, I don't know, he wants the rook to be in some menacing square, so maybe this one. But I can just, by weaken my pawn structure a little bit, I can just render this bishop pretty much useless. And then what can he do? It's not, yeah. So already, so let's say this happens and this happens, and yeah, my rook is not very well placed, but to be honest, this is much better than whatever happened in the game. So by ruining my chances of castling kingside, I lost the game in the long run. So I'm gonna write down C. Opsai Jill from Colombia. Nice. All right. So I think that's gonna be it for today's session. It's been fun. We made some tactics and then played some games. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel for some more chess. Yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.